Hello. In today's vlog, I decided that I wanted to share 3 tips with you for when we seem to be struggling to lose more weight, or in my case, maintain the weight that I've lost. The first tip that I have is lowering your portion size. Now, when I first started Weight Watchers, I obviously had to lower the portion size that I was eating when I was eating whatever I wanted to eat. And for the first couple of weeks, I always say this, it was the hardest. It was the hardest to get used to it because I was hungry a lot, or I thought I was, because I was not eating the same amounts of food. Now, after I lost about 30 pounds, I began to really slow down in my weight loss. The first few weeks I was losing consistently. I would lose somewhere around 2 pounds. I'm not counting that first week. The first week I lost 6.5 pounds. But that's when you're getting your body ready and lowering the portion sizes extreme from what you were eating. But after about 3 to 4 months, I stopped being able to lose the 2 to 2.5 pounds a week, and it went down to where it was getting a lot more like 1 pound a week or less. I tried to evaluate what was going on. I looked at my foods. I realized I was not eating anything differently than I was when I first started. But what I decided to do was to lower my portion size again. I began to realize I'm at a different weight. I'm lighter, so I'm going to have to eat even less than I've been eating. And I'm not talking about a huge amount. For example, I went from eating 4 ounces of meat to now I eat 3 ounces of meat. I went from eating a half a cup of serving of vegetables and fruit to a 1/4 of a cup. So it's not that big of a change, and occasionally I still eat that same amount, but for the most part I had to lower my portion sizes in the midst of losing weight to lose more weight. So if you're thinking, well, I'm going to go back to the beginning and eat exactly what I was eating when I first started Weight Watchers, just be aware that if you've lost a significant amount of weight, you will have to lower your portion size from what you were eating when you first started Weight Watchers, because it will not work to eat that same amount. You will have to eat a little less. Now, that's number 1. Number 2, continue to track every single thing that goes into your mouth. After I had reached my goal weight, and then about 4 months later I reached the weight that I wanted to try and maintain, I did a wonderful job of maintaining for at least about a year. Then I began to, as I've shared with you in the past, I began to have some thyroid issues, and I decided, well, that needs to take more of my focus, and I found myself not tracking every day. I thought, I've got this. I know how to do this. I've been doing it for 2 years. I can do it now. I don't have to track. I can eyeball things. I don't have to weigh. Well, during that year that I was struggling so much with my thyroid and medications, and it was actually, I guess, a year and a half, I put on 25 pounds. Now, some of it, I'm sure, was the thyroid issue, but I am convinced that some of it was not tracking, not weighing my foods, trying to eyeball everything. It didn't work. And as much as we would love to say we don't have to track, we do, or I do. I can only speak for myself. I will always have to track and weigh my foods. Now, when I go out to eat, of course, I can't weigh my foods, but because I've done it so much at home and do it daily at home, I can guess when I go out to eat what a true portion size should be. And even though it's hard to track when you go out to eat, if it's not a restaurant that's on the tracker, you need to try. I have found that when I stop tracking, I gain weight. When I track, I either am able to lose weight or I'm able to, for the most part, maintain. Okay, number 1, lower your portion sizes even after you have lost some weight. Number 2, continue to track every single thing that goes into your mouth, plus weighing it. Now, number 3, this is something that I still struggle with sometimes. Stop feeling deprived. This creeps back into my mindset about once every 3 months, I guess. I begin to feel deprived. I begin to think back and long for the time that I ate whatever I wanted. The best thing I can tell you to do when those thoughts creep back into your mind is think, what did I look like when I ate whenever and whatever I wanted to eat? Was I at a normal size? Did I weigh what I should be weighing? No. Eating whatever and whenever I wanted to eat is what got me to being morbidly obese. Now, it may not seem fair. It may seem like, well, that's just not right. I should be able to eat what I want to eat. But that's not the way our bodies work. I call it abuse. I abused my body for so many years that it messed my metabolism up. So I just continued to eat. And I thought, for a long time, well, I am fine with my weight. It's okay to be 60, 70 pounds overweight. And I was fooling myself. And I cannot speak for any of you out there. I can only speak for myself. But when those thoughts creep back into your mind, fight them. Fight them with all that you have. Because when you begin to dwell on feeling deprived, you will find yourself going off program. I will be honest with you. At Christmas, I got off program. I made a conscious decision to do it because I wanted to eat some of the foods that I used to eat. Now, in those 2 weeks, and it was about 2 weeks of before and after and New Year's, I gained 4.5 pounds. Now, if I had continued to do that, where would I be today? I mean, there's every possibility that by this time in the year, I would have gained 20 pounds back in just about 2 months. So I had to, when the day came that I said, okay, it's time to get back on program, I did. I put all those feelings aside and I said, I am not deprived. I love the way that I eat. I'm able to eat certain things all the time. I'm able to eat a few things ever so often and still be able to maintain. But I'm not going to feel deprived anymore. I can't. If I go there, I will gain the weight back. Now today, I've only shared those 3 things. Lower your portion sizes even after you have lost significant weight, especially. Continue to track every single thing you put into your mouth and also weigh it. And number 3, stop feeling deprived. It is only poison in your mind. I hope you've enjoyed this video today. It's been on my heart for a while, so I'm glad that I'm finally sharing it with you. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe and continue to comment below. I really enjoy reading all your comments. It's making me feel like that I'm getting to know each and every one of you. Once again, I do want to thank Sandy. Sandy went on again this week and put my name out there. I'm so thankful for the friendship that I have with Sandy. I hope she realizes how much I appreciate what she's done for this channel. Goodbye.